Hi everybody, this is Katie. I am building a new module for a new course, and today I wanted to share with you 3 tips that might help you as you're building modules in Canvas. The first thing that I'm doing as I'm building these modules is I'm starting with kind of whatever the assessment is that I want them to complete, like the bigger assessment at the end of the week. So that's what I do first. So every week I've been working on this big 4-part project that they're going to be working on. It's only a 4-week course in my case. So this is what I do first. And so then I'm kind of backwards designing it, making sure that everything else that happens this week is supporting them to be successful on that assessment and that part of the assessment, right? So that's the first thing, is like that element of backwards design is maybe not going, from the top to the bottom, but starting at the bottom, knowing what they're going to have to do, and then thinking, okay, what do I need to provide them before that so that they're successful in doing it? So that backwards design frame of mind set. The second thing that I'm doing is I'm trying to swap between content and interaction. So when I do some content, then I know I want to have them interact or discuss or do something with that content. Right? Then I'm going to give them more content. Then I'm going to have them do something. More content, do something, more content, and then do something. Again, like I said, this is a 4-week class, so I've got a lot packed into each week. But just consider how you can have not just the content dump, but the so what. What do you want them to do with it? Have them interacting, using and engaging with it, however you decide to do that. But you should see not just a bunch of content and one activity, but kind of like, those sprinkled throughout the module. And then my third tip is that when you aren't sure of what it's going to be yet, so like in this case, I know I want to have something interactive here after historical roots. I'm not sure yet what it's going to be, but to use the text header. So when you're creating stuff in your module, you can use your text header as just a placeholder. And I do that too for anytime I have an idea or something that I know needs to go in the module and I don't want to forget, but I'm not exactly sure how it's going to fit in there yet. I just use that text header to put a placeholder in there so that I won't forget. So those are just 3 tips, maybe starting with the final assessment and using backwards design to make sure that the rest of the activities and content are supporting them in being successful on that. Sprinkling interactions after content. So don't just do a big old content dump with nothing for them to do with that content. And using the text headers as placeholders for when you're not exactly sure yet, what it's going to be, but you want to just keep a little note to yourself for the ideas that you had there. Okay? Hope those help, and see you in the next video.